I have returned to dial back in, and hey, Lady G, thanks for the lurk. What am I saying? Thanks for the lurk, and good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. All right, so we deployed. So now we have a Lambda function that will print some stuff out on the screen. Let's go find it. Lambda. Let's see. Last modified 4 minutes ago. This is it. Media Lambda. We can go test. Something that occurs to me as I'm thinking about this. I have a description. Okay, never mind. So you can see it's connected to API gateway. And you can see, so there's details on how it works, and the resource path, and all those things. But if we go to test, we're going to create a new, I'm not going to actually create an event, but we're going to sketch out one. So API gateway HTTP API, that's what we're doing. We're not going to have a query string, so we'll get rid of that. There's stuff I want to add here to kind of simulate, path parameters. So in our API route, we have the stream ID. So that's a path parameter. So this will be something like 1, 2, 3, but it'll be a UUID. But we'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And the other stuff we don't. It'll be different in practice. Like we won't have query string parameters. Headers will be real things. There might be cookies. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna hit test, and it succeeded, of course, because it should just print hello from Media Lambda. So a thing I didn't do, which is fine. Let's see if we go to main.py. No, I did print. Okay, so that must be the return value. And then log output was... can we... Let's just click here for logs, yeah? And we have, so in our log group, we have a log stream. There we go, hello from Media Lambda. And then here's everything that was dumped out from our test event. And it shouldn't be anything really surprising. So like in this, a top level key is path parameters, and that has a dictionary with a stream ID. So if we wanted to get at the stream ID, something like path parameters, that. That way, we'll do stream ID equals path parameters stream. We'll do that, but it'll be like this. Go. And then what I'm just gonna do is, it's like if something, like if stream ID isn't in there or something else is corrupted, it's just gonna throw an exception, right? This is how you do things. Just throw. Just let it throw. Rather than kind of, at least when I learned Python, the non-idiomatic thing would be like, okay, well, we can try to get the stream ID, and then if this, then I guess I could do that, right? I would much rather. Again, it really likes the idea that we could do a catch here if I wanted to be able to return 400, which would be the proper thing to do, right? It's not really a client error though. If stream ID isn't there, that means something was misconfigured. You think get is more idiomatic than try accept? maybe I have it backwards. I think this is what I'm gonna do though. Is I'm just gonna try to get it. If this fails, this is like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a 500 back to the client, because this means something was misconfigured. And then what we're gonna do? What's the plan? Do something with stream ID. Yeah. Use things. Okay, so one of the things I want to do is I'm gonna import OS. We're gonna say no. We're gonna say metadata table. You can raise if it's none. It's true. This is gonna be fine. This is just gonna throw a key error. And I think that will result in a 500. We can find out. Since we're directly invoking the Lambda, we can pass whatever payload. Right. So where did I find this? Okay. So this is the video metadata table. Is this environment variable? I guess I'll have the names be consistent. And what was the other one? It was like the stream ID index. Yep. Import Boto3. Yeah. Haven't run proper Python in 3 years. I was writing Python daily, Python 2 daily, at a startup I was working at from like 2012 to 2016. And then I switched from, because we had like a CoffeeScript. We had a CoffeeScript front end with Angular, and a Python backend with Pyramid, and then mostly I switched to TypeScript as no, sorry, that's getting ahead of ourselves. Switched to JavaScript for the main language that I used professionally. Coded in Python for over 10 years. His favorite now, I'm not sure that. Elixir is just too good. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot I like about TypeScript as a language. And I was watching this video the other day, and it occurred to me that I don't think of TypeScript as like just a type annotations on top of JavaScript. I think of it like it's its own separate language. I've seen what LiveView does. I think it was brought up last Sunday or the one before. I had those tabs. I looked at it a little bit, but like I guess I should like find a demo, because I just looked at docs, and the docs maybe don't do it justice. Oh look, there's liveviewdemos.com, 300 demos. Okay, I'll look. I will, really. Do I need to install Boto3 in this? Probably not. I'm guessing it's in Lambda Python. I don't suppose I can control click that. Nice. That doesn't work though. That takes me to Docker Hub. Let's assume that Boto3 is installed. Brainless says there's one YouTube video by the creator of LiveView where he shows like in 30 minutes how to create real-time chat. Okay. Pretty nice demo. Yeah, if you want to find it for me, that'd be great. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a negative feeling about Elixir as a language from the little bit that I've used it. It's just that there's a lot of my own internal inertia, right? Towards something like TypeScript, or even Rust. So is this right? I gotta go look at, is it snake case or what for the DynamoDB table? I forget. Stream ID. Okay. We can do this. That's fine. Table name, index name. Oh, we want to specifically like get like having proper like autocomplete on arguments of things. This is projection expression, that could be the right thing. But what am I after here? I'm after key and transcode. I don't want to do that. That's wrong. That's cute, but not what I want to do. I want to do something like let's do turn. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's say data equals, we're gonna do list comprehension. So we're gonna get the key, which is a string, and then we're going to get the transcode, which is a list of strings. Well, no, it's a list of maps. Hey, here's a question. I should go look at the Boto3 docs because I don't know what the shape of that data coming back from is. Look for Live Beats later. It's a site where you can upload music and listen at the same time with others. You pause, just skip a song, the others in the room keep syncing real time. Nice. That is not an easy thing to do. So, Live Beats. It's called Live Beats. Looks like I see it on GitHub first, actually. Fly apps, live beats, the underscore. That's it. Play music together with Phoenix Live View. Okay, I found it. Alright, I'll take a look at that. So, code examples, DynamoDB. We have an example of querying doing a query, getting data. It's like, okay, querying and scanning. Table query, key condition expression. Fancy. So we use something like this instead of string. And Brainless says more things. Keep in mind, it's all Elixir code, server-side rendered, maybe some JS hooks. Unsure if they use them in the demo as possible. Sure. I guess there's something to be said about like. So, as an example of things that I've had to do just to deal with the fact that, you know, I have. I don't know. I mean, what am I trying to say? I guess I'm so used to the idea now of like front end app that owns the front end and has its own standalone application that calls an API that talks with the back end, and there's an interface between them. The idea, you know, of focusing on creating a backend that renders everything, kind of owns that. Just doesn't fit with how I think about things. I think this is a long time ago now, relatively speaking. When I can because the Daily Jewel app that I was working on more than a year ago now, which I do need to go back and give some love at some point. But I had originally started with Next.js, and I eventually pulled all of that out because the way that ended up going just didn't fit with how I wanted to do things. Okay, are there more things? So like if we do expression attribute values, okay, we can do that, but we don't need to do that, right? Because it should do it automatically with this. What about projection expression or projection? Maybe I should look at a reference. Key condition expression parameters. Filter expression. Query. A single query operation will read up to the maximum number of items set if using limit parameter or maximum 1 megabyte. So we need to make sure to paginate. Although that shouldn't be an issue because there shouldn't be that many things. Oh yeah, select. It's called select. And attributes to get. Specific attributes. Which attributes? Attributes to get. Yeah, it remembers, or it can see what I'm doing down here. Key conditions, query filter, conditional operators, scan index forward, exclusive start key. Okay, so start key is none. We're gonna say data equals empty array. We're gonna move this around a little bit. So let's say while true. Not exactly going to do that. I'm going to do a list comprehension. And we'll add some more to that. If a last value, okay, that, do that, else break. Correct. That should be fine. Yeah, I think so. So what we want to do here is we want to unpack this a bit. Now, when we get data back, I guess it is... Index name, table name. Cool. Attributes to get. This is a legacy parameter. Use projection expression instead. Hey, I was right in the first place. It's just a string. I see. Okay. Guess we're doing that. We have last evaluated key, correct. Then we have items and consumed capacity. What does it mean? Items, diamond type. Okay. Yeah, this comes back this way. Okay, that's fine. So, right. So this is like actually M. So we'll build this data and then we'll say unpacked data is there a flat map in Python? Oh yeah. I mean, it's true. It's true. Okay. So I want to let's define the target structure first. So this is going to be path. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't agree that it's harder to read. It is definitely harder to read if it's on one line like that. Maybe, but it's fine. I don't want to import like functools or whatever and try to build something. So we're doing item sub transcode path s. No, I don't actually care about the key. I think this is going to be fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Which direction does sorted sort by? In ascending order. Okay, that's going to be correct for the keys. Okay, so then we're going to pull out the path from the item. And we're going to pull out the duration from the item. And it should be a number. We can actually look. What does it look like? It's in and path S. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say for transcode in item for item and sorted data. And hey, okay. So, right, because transcode is not a map. That was something that I typed that was wrong. It's a list. It's a list. Actually, here's a question. Yeah, I can't. Okay. If we look at transcode, it is a list. That means it comes back with an L, right? Like this. I think that's what that's how we built it, going the other way. So I think that's right. So this will be a list of things, and then item is not defined. Maybe I shouldn't have closed that. How do I do this nested thing for path in thing for thing in thing? Yeah. Why doesn't it think? Why is this not right? Define it is first. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. This is definitely not readable because it's not right. Okay, well, anyway. That can't be true. Like that? I mean, yeah. I mean, I understand that, like, it's like, I understand the logic of the syntax looking at this, but this is, it really should be the other way. Otherwise, otherwise, it should be like this. Yeah, I get it. I get it now. This is what happens when you don't seriously write Python in like 10 years. On the other hand, I'm sure this seemed totally logical to me at one point, but I disagree now. Okay, so we have the data. We have a path and a duration. And what are we trying to make? Well, I had notes on this. Or I had links anyway. No, I have an example file. It's just not open anymore. Let me go find it. File, open file. This is in my FFmpeg experimentation. Yeah. Nope. No, it must be in external places. Video test. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're making. And the good news is that this is actually not as bad as it looks. So how do I want to do this? So we can do... we're going to do... So the target duration, like all of this stuff, doesn't change. So I'm just going to do like M3 Q8 header. Yeah, like that. And then yeah, sure. Oh, no. You had it before. Footer is that. Let's see. So notably, this file that was generated by FFmpeg is line feed only. I did see something in the Wikipedia article about CRLF, or maybe it was an RFC, but let's just do it this way. So then we just generate the segments and then we join everything with new lines. Yes, no, maybe. Let's say that's true. M3 is backslash n join. Got the segments, but also oh, there you go. Okay, you did it a better way the second time. Please return. I don't think that's the content type I want to return here, is it? Maybe it is. Miami type of this file is various. Oh no, it is that. Playlists and used in HLS applications. The current proposal acknowledges two media types it treats as equivalent. Shall we try MPEG URL? Okay, let's try that. Although it's not. Audio is interesting because that's not the use case. For media types are nonetheless associated. Food should be very nice. Food is still a little ways away from me. So maybe what I really care about is this ls.js library that I'm using and what it cares about. Does it care about content type? Content type? Nope. MIME? Yeah. It probably doesn't care. And so I will just do this for now. Okay, so notably this file has a line end on the end as well. So let's put that there. Behold my wonderful generator. This should work, right? So let's check this out. So segment format path equals path. Duration. Okay, so that should be fine, right? If we build this, maybe this just works. Stranger things have happened. All right, so if I want to actually test this, I just need to grab a stream ID. And then we go to here. And in where is it? Oh, it changed the thing. Path parameter stream ID. The only thing that the Lambda cares about is the contents of the stream ID path parameter. So, right. So this is not going to do anything because the Lambda's not been updated. So I pushed the new Docker image to ECR, but the Lambda doesn't know. The Lambda doesn't know about the container change, update, new tag. So if we go to push image, one of the features of my little shell script here is that if we have a function name, like so, and I run that again, it will tell the Lambda to update. It's fun. It says the function is being created. If we go back to the console, it's kind of expecting it to show something here. Refresh. Okay, I guess it's just done. $19 seconds ago? Sure. Test. Failed. Unsurprising. Parameter validation failed. Invalid type for a parameter, key condition expression. Value equals. Invalid type for parameter, exclusive start key. Value none. Type none type. Valid types are class dict. Okay. So... right, this is familiar. You can't pass none as exclusive start key. Why not? No idea. Can we just pass the empty dict? Is that acceptable? And then it didn't like key condition expression. But the docs say to do this. Maybe there's a different version. Well, so first of all, we've established Bozo 3 is already in the base image for Lambda that we're using. Let's see, DynamoDB table something. Code examples is where we were at before, so maybe I'll just go back there. Maybe I missed something. So if we do querying and scanning, so we're doing key condition expression equals key dot equal like this, and it didn't like it. Key condition expression. Except it's not. Is it a key? I mean, I wouldn't think that would be the cause of the issue. Key the item after should. Okay, so maybe it should be answered. I don't get why that would matter. Like, I would expect a very different error if that was the issue. But hey, what do I know? Let's try it. Hello? Are we updating? Usually there's like a banner thing that pops up here that says, hey, the Lambda's updating. What if I just click test? Value equals object type. Yep. Valid types are str. The other error went away. That's nice. So terrific. And then it doesn't tell me what the type of the thing is. I have no way of getting to like the. It's frustrating. Yeah, I guess that's really it. I think of the languages that I've used in the last year, TypeScript, Python, Rust, a tiny little bit of Elixir. I think the developer experience for like day-to-day working on an existing application, hooking things up, making new things, and being able to use libraries and just the whole experience, I would rank TypeScript on top. Given that I do have a lot of experience with TypeScript and know, like, when things go wrong, how to deal with it. So that covers kind of the warts of TypeScript, Node, JavaScript, land, but like TypeScript and then Rust. I feel like there's like the experience like in VS Code and navigating and finding docs and figuring out what things return what and that sort of thing. I used to be a real fan of Python, but having gotten used to the experience of working in things with a lot more typing details and that sort of thing, it's hard to go back. I have no idea why. I think maybe I'll just go back to doing things the way I did before, where it's just a strip, yeah, just like that. And then we do that, and do that, and that should work. It's possible, in fact, probable, that the documentation I'm looking at is for a newer version of Boto 3 than the version that's in this image. That would be my first guess as to what's gone wrong here, but it's fine. Also, oh yeah, probably because this Lambda, the Docker image is super tiny, so it's like taking like sub-second to update the Lambda, whereas the images for our other Lambdas are like several megabytes of like compiled, like the layers that we're actually shipping on top of the base image are much larger for our Rust stuff, because we're shipping a binary versus like a few lines of text. So at this point, I'm used to like it taking much longer for the Lambda to update. All right, invalid projection expression attribute name is a reserved keyword. Key. Yes. Let's see, what is it? This way, and then we do expression attribute something names. There we go. All right. Gonna alias key as key. It could be K, but we'll call it key. So when we get the value back, it still is key. I think it's not like this. All right, let's build again. All right, and test. Attribute name is reserved. Okay, so it wasn't ready yet. Try it again. Thinking. All right. And an error occurred when calling the query operation. Provided start key is invalid. I know, because... All right. It's fine. It's fine. Why doesn't it take none and just... Okay. So... No, I'm not... Why don't things work the way I think they should work? Okay, cool. I'm trying to do DynamoDB query. Then it has an argument called exclusive start key. Primary key, the first item that this operation will evaluate, use the value that was returned for last evaluate key in the previous operation. So, what about for the first call? Now, what you're supposed to, I guess, know, and I mean, I could just leave out the argument, right? I don't have to pass it. What if I want to pass it? Now, when I explicitly say I don't have one, apparently, that is not an option. Unless I probably construct. Here's what we do. We construct what it should look like. Yeah. Do I still have that query around? Probably not, right? So when we use the index is based on the stream ID, which is just the partition key. Yeah. What if I do this? I mean, there's a much easier fix, right? Which is I just add a condition and I say if there is a start key, call it this way, and if there's not, call it the other way. And I just don't like that. That offends me. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it the way I want to do it. Provided start key is invalid. That makes sense. Right, so we say if there's another way. There is another option, right? So what we do is we say query args is this. Then we add it. And this is identical, right? Otherwise, all the same things. Copilot did the right thing for us. Yeah. And then we just do this. There we go. This is better, in my opinion. Better than the alternative, right? So the alternative, in case my verbalizing what I was thinking, we could just do if start key, do that, else, and just have the same thing duplicated. And that is a way to generate bugs because you update one and not the other. Okay, so try to use this mouse and not the mouse that's over there. I have to at some point get used to the trackball, right? Okay, test. Hooray, we got a different kind of error. So there's no item called transcode in item on line 48. 48. Oh, right. That makes sense because there may not be. It might not be there. We just skip it, right? We say if transcoded item. And that's fine. Yeah. So if transcode is in the item, then it will have a list and we will pack it into data. Also, can we have a better name? Can we have a cleverer name? Stream video records. Do you think that's better? Ordered video records, sorted stream videos. Transcoded video segments. I think that's accurate. And then we have a different name for this. Maybe this could just be like segment. Segment path, segment duration. It matches with how we were saying segment here. We have a different name for this. I should. Look, we're not running out of characters here, so this can be like that. Oh, I did not get me. I guess we'll do that on the break. It's coming up soon. I don't have my water. I have my coffee glass, and I did not have a glass of water handy, so I'm getting thirsty. I have to fix that. All right, so test. Key error. Path. It's not called path. It's not called path. No, it is called path. I'm missing a layer of introduction here. Right, so... Wait, what? Item transcode. Yeah, no, I see. Transcode path. Transcode. Wait, what? Transcode L. Yeah, that's not right either. Okay, for item. No, it has transcode in it, and we're getting that right. So we've already gotten into the list, but now it's a map, right? So what we need to do is do like this. for segment. Item is awkward name. Let's rename that. Video record. Video record transcode M. No, that's wrong. So because this is a list, and we're getting an item in the list, and then inside of the item, there's an M key, then has the path and the duration, and those has okay. There's probably a version, like a different client that we can get that like auto translates the, at least for the Node SDK, like the JavaScript SDK. For DynamoDB, there's an alternate client that like auto converts. Maybe that doesn't exist for Info 3. Let's try this. Let's see what else I'm missing. I mean, I guess I could like write unit tests and like run this locally, but it doesn't take all that long to deploy. So I can just push the container update. So this is fine. And we have a success, I'm gonna call it. So this doesn't look like much, right? Because it's inside of this JSON response. But I think if we were to hit the API, we would see a response that looks like we would expect. Okay, cool. So that is the task. That's what we're trying to do. Generate a playlist, create a HTTP API. So how is this actually going to be used in practice? Right? So we have this API. It's gonna let us get this. Here's a question. So in the code that I've written so far, in the right repo, editor, there we go. If we look at commits, right? So the h3u8 URL is just passed as the video URL, and it's passed the load source. It's gonna work. The current way authentication works for our existing API is that it is expecting an authorization URL based on user's session, and we still want this file, so this API endpoint, and then also the actual media files that this file is referring to need to be accessible by the client, but still require authentication, and for it to all just work. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's some stuff we're gonna have to do, right? Because the thing that is being returned right now, they are paths. They're not URLs. And that could be fine, except that's not gonna work relative to like the URL for the API at present. Probably, so as I've been thinking about this ahead of time, using CloudFront in front of our output bucket to allow access, and then hook this API to CloudFront. So to put it briefly, I think there will be some changes to kind of how we're hooking things up in the backend to make this all work. We might move like this Lambda to a different place in the CDK code. But I think what's going to make sense to do is I'm going to take a break here for a couple of minutes. When we come back, we're going to work on the front end some. We're going to hook up the video editor component to our existing front end so that I can start interacting with it, and we can start like trying to connect these things together, and we can have like a full like stack engaged and figure out how to make this work. So we'll be back in a few.